All right, everybody. This is going to be a really short video, but I wanted to share with you some of the work that's happening behind the scenes and some of the opportunities that are available within the financial markets to take some of your fiat currency and get it to stay ahead of inflation. This is something that doesn't even require a lot of capital. Even with just a few months practice and some proper coaching, you can get funded to trade on other people's money, and it allows you to get an income even if you don't have much to start with. And the interest in this has grown as of late, and so I just want to talk very briefly about how this works and some of the things that you can start implementing yourself if you wish. But I'm also going to be offering some coaching time, where we're going to be working one-on-one several times a week, looking over the charts and analyzing opportunities where some capital could be gained. There are so many different strategies out there. I've kind of developed my own, and over the last, say, the greater part of 8 months or so, I partnered up with a couple of programmers, and we've developed an algorithm as well. Now, I'm not going to go into the details about the algorithm. I'm simply going to be talking about how trading works in a very, very short video that gives you an idea of what's available out there. So what we're looking at here is the exchange rate between the British pound and the US dollar. Now, I'm going to be just sharing with you some of the movements that can occur and where opportunities lie. Obviously, when there's a big price shift, that's a potential opportunity. But what we need is to be able to identify when these opportunities occur. And what I've done is that I've created some visual tools to allow us to see what's happening in the market, not by whether or not the price goes up or down, but rather by the average movements and their indication of how significant those movements are, combining all these indicators, putting them together into an opportunity. So, for instance, if the price moves a certain direction in a certain distance going up, then it's going to move this little shelving line here, this short one, and then there's another line here that's measured on a different average. When these lines cross, it changes the background of the chart. That's the visual aspect. Now, when that color changes, what we're looking for are opportunities where the color changes down here as well. And we can see that right after the color changes here, the price comes up and then it comes back down again, but we don't have matching colors in that area. In fact, we don't have one until here, where this indicator is letting us know that we have a new movement that's happening in this direction that matches the movement of the background, that matches the movement of the market. So the match is indicated by matching the color. So the background color is the tan, and then this color is tan. Now underneath that we can see that it's purple, and that's fine. That's kind of like a wild card in a sense. And that just means that it has both, on average, both an upwards and a downwards momentum. Now when it's both, that's tolerable because we can see that we have the background showing us upward movement, and this indicator, which is actually a volume indicator, letting us know that we have that upward movement. And so then the purple is allowable. And then that turns into an opportunity. And we can see the distance of this is sufficient for us to probably make about 2 or 3% on the balance that we're using to trade. Now, after that point, there's one more opportunity here, but we're going to be already in that opportunity, and it's kind of late, so we wouldn't be entering where this lineup occurs. But then it comes back down again, and it hovers. These two lines get really close to each other, and then we have another instance where it goes tan again in the volume and purple again in this other indicator, which is the strength. And sure enough, we have another opportunity where we get more movement. And then it comes back down again, and we don't see another opportunity again until the line up here tan, tan, and tan, and there we have another great movement. Now, you might be like, well, that's just one small period of time, you know, of 6 days, right? So what about other periods of time? Well, let's go and just scroll and see what happens maybe in this area here. So here, you know, we'll say that we didn't watch the charts up to this point and then comes down, and here we can see it dips, traces back. We've got the two lines coming close back together again, and then it starts to drop, and we've got gray, gray, and gray all at the same time, and that is definitely an opportunity. Let's just make sure that this, see where it goes gray? Before it goes down, it actually jumps back up real quick here. Let's just make sure that we are well within parameters, and we are. Yeah, we are within parameters there. If not, that's okay, because that next opportunity is actually down here, right here actually. Yep, and this opportunity would extend, and we would profit more here than even if we lost here, okay? Now, losses happen in this market. Losses happen, and they are a part of doing business. You don't win all of them. The trick is to win more than half of them and make sure that your wins are worth more than your losses, and you have a profitable strategy. Now here it comes back down again. This opportunity would have been great, but you can see it doesn't line up. So because it doesn't follow the rules, we're gonna miss this one, and that's okay, because if we try to bend the rules, it works less often than if we just follow the rules. So I'm okay with losing out on this opportunity, because if I break the rules here and then I break them somewhere else, probably the chances of me losing are greater if I break the rules. So then we wait. There's another lineup right here, and this one here probably would profit a little bit, just a little bit. I might just leave that one alone though. Now, you know what? I probably would enter that, but then just watch it carefully and make sure that I don't lose it on the back end over here, because here it changes color. It goes down. We don't have a lineup. We do have a lineup. Nope, that's not a lineup. You can see this is a great example. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. So you can see we've got the gray background. We've got the gray background on the volume, but we don't have a gray background with the strength. So because it's not lined up, we're not entering that trade, and it's a good thing too, because it ends up actually going up. Now in this case here, there's an advanced trade that I do that I can recognize here, but we're not going to get into that in this video. This is just to give you an idea of the potential that's there. So here is an opportunity that would be a loss. Now, I probably wouldn't enter it just because of the size of this particular bar. That's an indication to me that there's some market manipulation happening, and I would avoid that entry. But coming back down again, we're back into the gray, and we wait for a lineup. Here's a lineup right here, and then we can take that trade, and we would profit very well coming down into this area here. And then we wait for another opportunity. See, the price action comes back up close to these lines, and then we have another lineup right here, and that is another great opportunity. So that gives you an overview. Now I can do this with virtually any chart. Here's the pound. Actually, you know what? Let's pick something, a euro and the yen together. The movements, they are a little bit different, but I'm looking for the same opportunities. Here's gray area. This is randomly from September 29th. Here's a gray, so there's the gray line up here, gray background, gray background, gray background, and 148. Yeah, and so that would be allowable, this amount of drawdown. This is where the price goes against us. It goes up when the indicators are telling us down, which is gray. It goes up a little bit, but it does not go up so far that we would be losing money. Because we can keep that trade going and ride it out because we've got the confirmation. Yep, beautiful. Okay, let's look at another one. And even if you missed this one, there's another one right here that allows you to profit. And then here is another one. This one here would probably be a loss. That's okay. Because if I'm losing, I'm probably only going to lose about 2%. But if I'm winning, I'm going to be winning probably 4 or more percent. And then here we have another, this one here would be a loss. I would take this one because we do have the lineup of all the tan. So that's 2 losses in a row there. And then here, coming down, we don't see anything for a while until right here. And then this one is a great Great trade. This would pay for all of the losses and then some, simply because of how large of a movement that is. And I would probably ride that till about in here somewhere. So yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful trade. That's almost 10% profit just in there. We'll probably have another opportunity in here somewhere. I probably would wait because I can see there's an area, what we call consolidation. And I'll show you guys all of these tricks. Excuse me. I'm going to show you guys all these tricks. The next opportunity is right here. And that's a great trade again. Likely, let's see what do we have here. 159, probably in this area here. That's another 6% on the balance over a period of, what was that? That was just 1 day and 21 hours. And I'm going to be showing you also how you can automate this as well, so you can set up your own strategy, whatever you like. I'm going to be sharing with you a bunch of the templates that I have that have been proven to be profitable. There's a great back testing system as well, so you don't have to work through the charts and sit in front of the computer screen for hours and hours on end. But I just want to extend this out because this is another area of freedom that people are concerned about. And I want to be able to make it available to people for them to learn how to do this for themselves. This can work on cryptos as well. So if you are into that, this can work within that realm as well. Actually, let's just pull it up real quick. Let's go with Ethereum. We're going to pull up. Let's pull up the Kraken feed. So we have a similar happening here. So here we go. Yep, and that's an opportunity right there. Takes a bit longer for that one. And then coming back down again. This one would be a loss, but then back into the tan. Here's another entry, and I think 54. Let's just make sure that we have enough room here. 54. That one might take a loss, but then we have another opportunity right here where we would win that money back and then some. So yeah, this works virtually on every asset. And then there are nuances between the different assets that we trade that you can make adjustments for as you notice that the strategy needs to change. And I'm going to be teaching you how to do this. So I'm not going to be just giving you a template on how to do it. The idea behind the template is to take it and adapt it for your own use, depending on the time that you've got, depending on the resources that you have. And again, if you are able to show consistent profits, even in a practice account for 1 month, there are opportunities available where you can have people provide you with $50,000 to $100,000 to trade with, and then you're able to actually draw from that as a full-time income. So I'd be happy to help you out with that. There's going to be a $300. I usually charge like anywhere between $400 and $500 to do this, but for the people in the freedom community that I'm a part of, you guys are going to get it for $350. So and definitely if you need help with that, let me know. I'm sure that we can work something out. But that makes it easy for us to get things going, and then I'm able to pay the programmer for the algorithm that I'm going to be giving you. So again, thank you so much. That partnership has been just fantastic, and we're excited to be bringing this forward to more people for them to use. So thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you.